Hey everyone, welcome to your pick a pile reading. I I don't know, felt like doing something a little different this time, and I needed to use 3 decks, and I chose 3 cards from each deck. Okay, so whether you choose pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, or all of them, I'm happy to have you watching this video. So these are the decks that I've used. So we have here Divination of the Ancients, okay? The Halloween Oracle. I just felt called to use these 3. And Witch's Kitchen, all right? So I don't know what messages y'all need to hear, but I hope they resonate with you. And let's get started, okay? If you have chosen pile number 1, okay? 3 cards here. I'm just going to start with the one on top. We have here, oh, no, see, I'm being told to turn them over the way in which I picked them. So, all right. I pulled cards from the Divination of the Ancients deck first, followed by the Halloween Oracle, and then lastly with the Witch's Kitchen. So that is what I'm going to do. So for pile 1 from Divination of the Ancients, we have here Aura, Observation. I apologize for the glare. Always apologizing for the glare. Okay, so I want to say be careful who you give your energy to. All right. If you're very empathic, you're very open, you pick up and absorb other people's energies, even when you don't mean to. It's just an occupational hazard, if you will. But so when you pick up on other people's energies, I mean, it can bring you down, right? It can just make you sad even for days, and you may not even know why you're sad. God, I've been there, done that one too many times. So with this though, I feel like you really need to protect yourself, protect your energy. There's multiple ways in doing that. There's no right way. So really do what feels right for you. I'm not wearing it right now. I'm wearing actually a citrine, but I have a smoky quartz pendant. Any dark stone, smoky quartz, hematite, jet, the obsidians. I think there's a couple of obsidians. I'm trying to think. Tektite. Any dark stone is really good at blocking, right? At preventing energies coming at you, as well as also absorbing them at the same time. I'll wear my smoky quartz, especially if I know I'm going to be around a lot of people at once, just to kind of prevent that from happening. You can wear something to sort of help absorb that if you would like, or to prevent that, right? Dual purpose. You could also, and I've done this, visually imagine yourself in a bubble, okay? Imagine your aura is a bubble, doesn't matter the color. And the way I do it is I keep imagining hands trying to come in and poke the bubble. If they make it through my bubble, I know that it's not strong enough. So I have to imagine I'm adding another layer, all right, to my bubble. I'm making it thicker. And when I imagine it to the point where they can't make it through, I know my aura is strong and it's protected, and basically I'm good to go. All right, so try that. I just feel this is really saying you need to sort of protect yourself right now, just from people, situations, just things that just don't actually resonate with you, okay? Yeah, protect yourself and don't give away your power. So don't give away your power. So when you are talking to someone, and I feel this is on sort of a career business deal level, so I'm not sure who this is going to resonate with. May only be a few of you. It's almost be careful who you're about to merge a contract with. Okay, specific wording right there. But that's what I feel. It's you have a new contract or something presented to you. Just make sure it resonates with you. Okay, every bit of it. Okay, now from the Halloween Oracle, Mummy, Change. I love this. I love this card. I really do. Change is inevitable. Okay, change is inevitable. You really can't fight change. You can maybe be stubborn enough and delay it for some time, but it's sort of always going to be there. The purpose of life is to change and to evolve and grow. That's what it is. So I do feel change is a theme for all of us in 2020. Let's be serious, right? But I do feel there's a lot of change for a lot of people. Specifically, I'm seeing the word residence in my mind. So there may be those of you who are either already in the process of relocating or are thinking like, should I do this? Is this a good idea? Consider this as a sign like, yes, move forward with it, okay? Go wherever you want to go. This is your green light. Change can be scary. Oftentimes, though, experiences that seem scary are actually really worthwhile, right? It's for your growth, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So change is upon you. I like that a lot. Lean into it. Lean into it, okay? You have a better life coming in for you. Just lean into it. Allow life. Oh, there's a line actually from, I think it's Time of Your Life by Green Day. Life grabs you by the wrists, directs you where to go. Yes, I believe that's the lyric. So do that. Just hand the reins over to life and just let it pull you. Okay? Now, go back to what I was originally going to pull first from the Witch's Kitchen. We have here Cinnamon Reignite. I immediately hear with this reignite your passion. Okay, that's what I hear with this. And this very well could be a change. Okay, for some of you, maybe, work hasn't been working. Okay, that's kind of for a lot of us, right? This allows a blank slate for a lot of us. We are allowed to create a new life. And I feel for some of you, you are passionate. You have a hobby that maybe you're not spending as much time working on, or not spending enough time creating. This is kind of saying like, try to reignite that. Okay. Don't be afraid. That is also stepping into your power, which is what I heard with this aura card is like, well, be careful of who you give your power away to. But at the same time, I mean, it's saying like you have power. You have power built up inside you. All right. So kind of reignite that flame, that creative spark, if you will. On a side note, I do feel for some of you in regards to love, there will be a reignition of that romantic spark. Whether you've already been separated or this is just a deepening between you and your person, okay? So I just feel that there is this sort of reignition between you and another. Don't be afraid of it. Also, it's part of your growth, okay? So I love that. But I also look at this because I'm looking at like the Cinnabons right here. Yeah, the word sweet tooth. I mean, I got a sweet tooth. I probably need to rein that in a little bit, to be quite honest, but whatever. So, okay, no, what I'm hearing is don't be afraid to indulge, okay? Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Yes, but don't be afraid to indulge every now and again. It's healthy for the soul. Okay, so that was pile 1. Moving on to pile 2, starting with the Divination card, we have here dictionary communication. Okay, very strong message. So this is speak your truth, choose your words carefully. Okay, that will click with someone. All right, whether there's like a conversation you need to have with another person, whether it's work, family, romantic, it doesn't matter. Just that, to me, that is because that was so strong. It's kind of like there's gonna be like a real necessary conversation coming up. Speak your truth. Choose your words carefully. Okay? So in other words, take your time. Don't allow your ego to really step in and take over the role, if you will. Come from a compassionate heart, actually, is kind of what I'm seeing. What I also feel with this card, for some of you, learning something new. Now, this may be in relation to work, but I actually also feel for some of you, this is in regards to your spirituality, your spiritual journey, if you will. Learning a new aspect, or just, maybe you're Christian and you want to learn some Buddhism. Maybe you want to learn how to read cards for yourself and for others. Maybe you want to look into Reiki and other forms of energetic healing. There's just this learning vibe I also get with this. Read as much as you can, whether you're reading online, physical form, books, it does not matter. There is just this feeling of learn as much as you can. Life itself is a big lesson with a million little lessons all mushed together. But life itself is a big lesson. So, okay, and I also am seeing, I'm happy that I said that, because you're going to start looking at people and situations in your life differently. You're going to start seeing the lesson in a situation, in a trial, if you will. I'll call it a trial, in a test, sooner than you have in the past. That's good, though. I want to say that means you're growing up. Okay? But yes, learn as much as you can. Knowledge is power. Okay. The Halloween card that goes with that is Owl. Wise seeing, wise action. I love owls. I really do. And they totally reflect all about psychic insight. So listen to your intuition. Your intuition knows best. Your ego, not so much. Your ego likes to protect and create stories so you don't get hurt and stuff. And yes, no one likes to get hurt. But if you're doing it right, you're gonna learn through the hurt. All right. I really like this. I'm looking at this. I'm considering this a full moon, though it's multicolored. That's what this comes across to me as, a full moon. I don't believe we're coming up to a full moon. We're at a crescent, I think, right now. I'm not sure. I actually haven't looked at the moon schedule. But I feel that the next full moon, okay, whenever that is. Now, generally full moons are a time for completion and even releasing things. And that's fine if you want to do that. I actually feel, no, if there is actually something you want to bring into your life, work a little magic around the full moon, okay? Don't just focus on releasing and cleansing. If you want, release and cleanse first, and then do something to bring in, okay? But with this specifically is focus on your intuition, because you're going to see people for who they really are. You're going to see situations for what they are. Your blinders will be off. You're no longer going to see things through rose-colored glasses, all right? And I'm feeling this is all with, well, you know what? For a lot of us, this is happening now. This has been happening for the past couple weeks. For some others, though, it's going to start beginning over the next few weeks. All right? And the herbal card to go with that, we have here Arnica Recovery. So what I actually get with this, and this may not apply to everyone, even if you've chosen pile number 2, if you have recently gone through a heartbreak or a loss of some kind, okay, and you know, heartbreak and loss come in many forms. I'm not just saying a romantic relationship. It's a heartbreak if you lose a job that you love, right? Or if there's a death in the family, or your friends or whatever. I feel for some of you you're experiencing a heartbreak, and it almost feels sort of like a slow heartbreak, actually. So maybe this is something that's just been sort of over time, that has been happening over time, it's almost like when you can completely let go of what it is you're holding on to, whatever it is. Maybe you're just holding on to the hurt, quite honestly. Maybe you're holding on to the betrayal or whatever it is. When you can actually just let that go, you're gonna bounce back, oh my God, so quickly. 10 times faster than you are right now. All right. So I feel this card is sort of saying, you know, what was once lost, it's a blessing in disguise, okay? Because you're going to recover better and bolder than before. Also, for some of you, I'm hearing physically wise, be careful. Like, don't rush. Don't get through a physical job so quickly. This is just kind of saying, like, or watch what you eat. Like, there is just this physical, never mind an emotional recovery, you know, what I was picking up on a minute ago, more along the lines of a physical recovery. So just kind of sort of be careful about doing anything, if you will. Don't get hurt, okay? Don't get physically hurt. Don't hurt yourself. If you do, I mean, arnica is very good. You can find that like in a cream. It's a good recovering tool, okay? All right, so that was pile number 2. Number 3 we have here from the Divination of the Ancients deck, Tea Leaves, Foresight. Now this actually goes with the intuitive owl card from pile 2, but I mean, because this is all about intuition and sort of really seeing what you already know to be true. You know when I said take your rose-colored glasses off, take the blinders off? That is still applying, okay? So maybe if you couldn't decide between pile 2 and pile 3, maybe both of these, all 6 of these cards are for you, or just select messages. Either way, if you're hearing sort of this message for the second time, consider this like a message you need to hear, that you need to really listen to your intuition, okay? You have to take the blinders off. Whether this is in regards to a person, a place, or a thing, don't fall in, okay, I don't want to say, no, that's easier said than done. Be careful, be aware of falling in love with potential. Because sometimes potential does not equate to reality. Yeah, that's quite true. So just sort of be aware of that, if that makes sense. Not for everything, obviously, but to me, this is just sort of saying, like, you know, don't put all your eggs in one basket right away. Because what you thought was great or what you thought you wanted may not actually be what you actually wanted, okay? So that's what I get with that. I also feel some of you may actually go and get a tea leaf reading. That's such a random thought. It's fun. I've actually been learning I've been giving myself tea leaf readings. I haven't given a tea leaf reading to someone else yet, but I've been learning myself because you kind of have to, I mean, it's not too hard to decipher the images of the tea leaves, but to me, it's not the easiest thing in the world. But it's fun. Okay. This next card from the Halloween deck. Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots. Did I not already say take off the blinders? Oh my Lord. That really, I feel like I'm just being super repetitive. You know what though? When I'm really repetitive, that means like really there's just a message that you need to hear. Okay? That's just how it is. Taking your blinders off, looking at things maybe from a different perspective. Maybe you have to literally step outside of the box. Maybe you have to get a bird's eye view, okay? And I'm going to pull the card from the second pile because an owl is a bird, okay? Flies overhead, sees things a little differently than if you're down on the ground, right? Maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to look at a situation, whatever one you're in, from a different perspective. Step outside so you can see your blind spots, so you can see what you're not seeing as you're fully in it. Does that make sense? I also feel with this because there's a candle above his head and the candle's lit, that clarity is coming in for you. Okay, so I want to say try to quiet your ego mind, your conscious mind, try to quiet that, because clarity is really going to come in when you're quiet. Okay, it is that quiet voice inside speaking to you that has no emotion attached to it. It just is. Okay, that's what you need to listen to. This last card, sugar, sweetness. It's funny because I mentioned that with the first pile. Cinnamon, reignite, it's sweet. So some of you may have a sweet tooth. Okay, this is actually really specific. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not a doctor by any means, and I'm not going to diagnose people at all. That is so out of my scope of practice. But I have this image of like vials of blood in my mind. You know, like when you go to a doctor, and you get your blood drawn, and they test, they can test you for the lipids, the cholesterol, and the blood sugar, glucose, and what have you. So that's the image. Those vials of blood is what I have in my mind. To me, and I don't know, this is going to only resonate maybe with a few of you, is your glucose levels are a little too high. What I'm hearing though, your doctor may be quick to prescribe you with like medication or something. And if you want to go that route, that's totally fine. But I'm actually hearing like really, you can fix this on your own. Right? Changing your diet just a little bit. And really, I mean just like a little bit. You don't have to do a complete overhaul. But so that's going to apply for maybe just a couple of you, that just letting you know your blood sugar is a little higher than it needs to be. Okay, keep that in mind. What I actually also get with this sweetness card is being sweet to yourself. This is sort of like a self-care card. And it's funny because I was just talking about that with someone else a few days ago. Just being good to yourself, whether that means pampering yourself by taking bubble baths every day, or I like the rainbows in this room. I'm seeing the rainbows and sort of on me. Eating foods that make you feel good. Just doing things that feel nice to you. Okay, I feel self-care, nurturing yourself needs to be a bit of a theme right now. Okay, kind of has to be like nurture needs to be your mantra, if you will. Nurture, nurture, nurture. Okay. I really like that. Take time to yourself, or buy yourself something nice or something that you wanted for a while. Just be good to yourself. That's what I feel. Yes, I like that. Awesome. Okay, these were great messages. I like these pick a pile thing. I might do this again maybe next time, or I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Please share this video with others so that it may help guide them and maybe resonate with them. And I will see you all next time. Bye.